What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD,
Podcast.
Oh.
Period.
Yeah.
Hazel, don't you start.
One thing about it, snitches still getting stitches around here.
And my
What's
dog's
tea?
still getting... I had to leave Hazel home for a while today for a couple of hours to work on an assignment. And she came out that crate like her behind been locked up for 30 days.
She has.
She been cooped up, so I'm over here playing fetch with her with one hand while recording with the others. Anyway, what's up? Happy Wednesday, because it's gonna be Wednesday when this come out.
I'm about to say, girl, it's Tuesday.
What I is Tuesday. Anyways, okay, so let's get straight into it.
So my Black business of the week this week is going to be a company that is called Black Owned Everything. Straight to the point.
Period.
So what it is...
Got my attention.
So what it is a website that is basically like a directory for anything that you need, and you just search on there for, like, say for instance, if you're looking for hair products, that's too basic. If you're looking for like house shoes or something and you want to buy it from a Black owned company, you will go to the Black Owned Everything website. It's basically a directory. You search through it and you find different vendors and people who sell these type of things.
Dang, that's so crazy, because I literally had an idea to create something like that. Not that I can't do it no more, but that's good. Yeah. Somebody already did it.
So the founder is Zarina Akers. I hope I'm saying her last name right. But I recently met Zarina on set of a video shoot here in LA. She's amazing, and she's such a sweet person. Whenever I meet people who work in the industry and they work with like A-listers, they're usually assholes.
Ooh.
And so if you're not familiar with Zarina is Beyonce's stylist, Megan Thee Stallion, and she styles Chloe and Halle. She styles so many different people. That's just to name a few. But I always tell people, when you touch Beyonce on a regular, like that ain't even like a one and go thing. Like that's something that you do all the time. I got my eye on you, girl.
Oh,
but no,
period.
yeah, so I was on set with her for a video shoot recently, and I saw that she had the website. So yeah, I haven't personally used the website yet. But I think that's pretty cool that you can just literally go on there. I mean, they have everything from jewelry to like makeup down to like interior design, blankets, candle companies, sweatsuits. I mean, you name it, it's on here. So I will be using it. I am making it a point for me to start paying attention to where all my money goes. And I know that I said that before, but I definitely shop for convenience. And unfortunately, once I need something and I want it right then, I'm not searching to see who owns the company. I'm just being honest.
I am.
But I'm gonna make it a point to start doing it in the near future, and I will be using Black Owned Everything.
Period. So, it's the point people be texting me now, like, you know, Black owned this, Black owned that. I'm like, do.
Period. Period. Ain't that right? Ain't that the tea? So I'm actually thinking about submitting some stuff to her, because it says that she has a thing in the bio that says, "Are you interested in being on Black Owned Everything?"
Point blank. This is a Black podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can.
That's really cool, and to be able to secure that ad name, I always admire people that can secure their desired ad name. I have a friend. Her name is...
Beyonce got it for her birthday. The ad name.
Oh, she did? Wow.
I'm just playing.
Oh, because Beyonce do got that kind of power.
Kim K do too. She got that page took down.
Who?
Kim K.
She got what page took down?
Kanye East.
Oh, okay. All right. Now let's get into shop talk. All right. So this actually was on Twitter, but I don't think it qualifies for a tweets from the streets. But basically, the people was in an uproar saying Rihanna's having a girl because she was, shopping for girl stuff. I mean, she could. I feel like she did it on purpose, of course.
Yeah.
When last time I seen her in Target? Not that she don't go, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, aside from that in particular, people were basically saying like, "Wow, you wearing thousands of dollars worth of brands, but you shopping in Target for your clothes." I don't know. I feel like this is something I've seen a lot on social media. Like, okay, on one instance, I do feel like sometimes people really put more effort into how they look than how their kids look. Kids be looking toe down. But number one, Target is high quality, if you ask me. If you ask me, it's luxury. Number two, people need to understand that kids grow and kids are not responsible. So putting them in all this designer stuff, that's a social media thing. But in real life, it's very unnecessary. And I think it's crazy to think that just because you wear $1,000 for stuff, your child should, because your child's not even old enough to appreciate it. And they literally will not wear it in another couple of weeks. Like they grow so fast. So anyway, I just was annoyed at seeing that. And I also, thought it was cool to see Rihanna in Target, even though I know she was trolling us.
You feel like she was trolling?
Why she in Target? When she was in Target last time? What her mask said?
Beyonce goes to Target
Okay, all
on the
right.
regular, and she's a bigger artist than Rihanna. But I feel
How often
like
you seen her in there since she on the
I
regular?
just moved here.
Okay.
But what I've learned about living in LA is that that's not uncommon. Like you see people, and you know what? And I made a post about this on Twitter the other day. I was basically saying that it was in response to that exact picture, because people were mad. But one thing people don't realize is that these designers, they use celebrities and public figures as marketers. So in my head, when I see these people with these outfits on, they could have bought it, but 9 times out of 10, they got it for free.
Yeah.
They got it for free, so they didn't pay for it. That's number one. And for number two, they're more normal. Like recently, what? Oh, recently, one of my friends was telling me how they were at a coffee shop and Tay Diggs came up to them and just started a conversation. I mean, just randomly out here, just at a random coffee shop. Um, Tyler the Creator, and I don't know if you're familiar with the group The Internet, but
I know the internet.
okay. So Steve Lacy from The Internet. Every time I go to this restaurant here called My Two Cents, they just sit there outside. In Atlanta, people do not do that. Or in any other state I've been to, people don't do that. They're sitting just outside eating like normal people.
See, I can understand that when it comes to food and stuff, but I guess this is what
Yeah, shopping. I mean, Target sells stuff that's on that.
I agree, but I guess this is why I say that. I feel like anytime if this is so common, I'm surprised this is our first time seeing it. That's all. Now maybe it is more common, and the only reason why they're photographing her is because she's shopping for baby clothes. But I feel like we've seen people have caught pictures of Cardi B in Target, all these different people. I'm just saying, it just does not seem like it's like, oh, it's just another Tuesday, but I'm poor, so I cannot.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
Well, I guess okay. So if Beyonce went to Target right now, we will find out. We would know. We would just be like, oh yeah, Beyonce is at the Target on La Cienega Boulevard. Okay, cool. But if this is something she regularly does, I just feel like we would have, not that they owe us to let us know, but she is such a huge star, just like Rihanna, that those type of things don't just go under the radar. It's like somebody's gonna be like, oh my God, y'all. I mean, it's one thing to say they go often or they have gone several times, but did they go all the time? I don't know. So I just feel like Rihanna has been very visible lately, obviously, for good reason. And I just think that the Target thing was just another thing to just kind of be like, I'm going to go to Target and I'm pregnant and I look really cute. I'm not in comfortable shopping clothes, but I look really cute.
Well, I mean, she has been out lately. Recently she went to Sephora to get some lip gloss. Of course, she got Fenty. But
and see, I thought that was like a PR event where she had because I know that her stuff is now. Ulta. Okay, well, anyway, let me just mind my broke business. You just shut down my whole shop talk. I don't even care no more. Everybody go to Target right now.
I want Target to start paying you because, baby, when I sell you,
I love Miss Target. Now one thing about Target, they're gonna have a black brand on display.
Period. You know what's so crazy? I did a photo shoot to be a part of a campaign um, that was supposed to be posted in Target, and it never got posted, or maybe I never saw it. But I was supposed to be on a cosmetic ad for Afro
You
Punk.
might be, because sometimes for who?
It was like I did the shoot at Afro Punk.
Oh, I thought you said
So,
Apple. It's possible that you did. And the reason why I thought you said Apple is because I remember Apple, and this obviously can be a different situation, but when I worked for Apple, they would have employees take these random promo photos, but they were not allowed to know when or where these will be published. And one time she had a friend that was traveling in like another country or another state, I can't remember, and actually saw her ad, like ironically. And now apparently that was like the place it was being put. So it could be possible that they publish your stuff. It just might not be in every store. It could just be somewhere random.
you need to let me know where it said.
Yeah, like you want to see that and celebrate it. I don't know why they would. I don't know why that is the way it is. You said, oh, just
Yeah,
put
because
as seen in Target and nobody ever know.
I had on eyeshadow and everything.
Oh, I know that's Roy. All right, what you got for Shop Talk?
So once again, all these people are attacking Megan Thee Stallion again online. I'm getting annoyed with it because here's the thing. I understand that this stuff is being put out publicly, of course, but I don't really appreciate the fact that it's not really evidence proving that she's lying, and people are just assuming that she's lying and they're trying to take her down. Or that's just how it's coming out to me, and that's just annoying because it's like, for me, I'm more so irritated at the fact that um the dudes are just coming out with these stories. So Tory Lanez is gaslighting her every other day, it seems like. And then the guy who's over 1501 or who is affiliated with
Carl
it.
Crawford. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him. And so he has a bad rep anyway. Like, he doesn't have a good rep, especially dealing with artists. Like most companies, I don't really trust like small labels. I don't trust no record label for real. It's a gamble. But I mean, anything is a gamble in life. So I guess that, that is irrelevant. But me personally, I don't think that he has a good background. And then people are just like, oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew it. Just because he's the person that's saying she slept with this many people in the industry.
Yeah, that was extremely unnecessary.
Yeah. And here's my thing about that, right? When it comes to people in the industry or people in general, women in general, why is it that people make it such a big deal? Because just last week, I think we talked about it, but Lil Durk was saying how that he just couldn't really date a woman who was burnt out, right?
Right. But he's
But he
burnt out.
has like 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
why? And who knows how many abortions?
Yeah. So that's not including the abortions, and that's not including the non-pregnancies, like meaning that you just have sex and
exactly. You already know. I couldn't believe he even parted his lips to say that stupid John.
I just don't understand why it's okay for men to be oversexual or hypersexual, and then when it comes to women, people make such a big deal about it. Because even when it comes to let's say, I hate to use her as an example because obviously a lot of people don't like her, but I'm gonna use Kim K as an example. Of course, we all know how she became famous, but since that moment, she's dated about 6 people in the industry, right?
6? It might be a little bit more than that. Or maybe I'm thinking, but even before the I might be thinking even before the tape. All right, never mind.
Who was before the tape?
She was messing with her security guard that one time. She was married to Chris Humphrey. She was married to that record exec.
That was after the tape.
What about the record label guy?
Who was the record label guy?
It was a black guy she was married to. She was really young. That's what I'm saying. I think it's before.
Yeah. Prior, well, I'm saying like from the fame before
that.
Yeah,
I got you.
Saying that, but even still, it'd be little side comments coming out about like the game and all these people. But here's the thing, though.
And Bow Wow and Nick Cannon, all these people who I think Nick Cannon. Let me just hush because I don't know, but I just remember people. There have definitely been other people who have said they smashed, which is very tasteless and annoying. But
My point in that though is so what? Like the thing about the game is he's gotten caught fingering a girl underage, India Love, at the park, amongst other things. It's so many different things that men like just get brushed off the table, and it's like, okay, if she did do that, let's say that Megan did sleep with all these people. What is it to you, and why was that
It
something
was
that everybody
extremely
needed to know?
unnecessary. I agree,
It's like
but you know,
you
I
and it
also
just caused her to get attacked even more from the
yeah.
situation. And it's so I believe Megan in that situation with him, because like I said, I know how that stuff works. And then she was saying that in the paperwork, the expenses that she said he says
He
that
don't
she
think
owe him is like
jewelry.
chains.
Yeah.
Necklaces,
Which
and
means he probably used her money to buy his own stuff and he thought he was gonna get some kind of reimbursement, which is crazy. But yeah, I agree. I definitely think she is getting a lot from a lot of different directions in the media. And I feel like him calling out her sexual partners and stuff was unnecessary. Now the alcoholic thing, I get it. She called him a pill head, pill popper. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got your lick back for that. But then don't be talking about no defamation suit on the way and then you just did the exact same thing.
who said that?
Carl said it.
He said he had a defamation suit
So
against her.
after she made a tweet calling him a pill popper or whatever, pill head, he said that defamation suit was on the way. And then he made another post after that said, this coming from the person who smashed the whole industry, is a raging alcoholic and also smashed her best friend's dude in so many words. But he said the same thing. So I'm like, you just did the exact same thing. So now what y'all gonna sue each other for defamation? Now I agree. I think that this is just my own personal opinion. I think it's like people have made it fun to hate Megan because I do think that this is just from my own observation. When she first dropped, it seemed like she had a lot going on. People was dropping for her team. She was drunk a lot. It just was a lot. Not that that matters. That is her personal life, and we have social media. But ever since the shooting, it seems like it just became fun to just pile on to that, and it's not okay. I think that I just wish that none of them will address anything that's going on legally. You should just leave it off the internet because when people react that way, like for example, we already got people that's coming at her about the shooting. We don't know if she was shot by Tory or not. We don't know. We could say we feel like this and that, but in reality, we don't actually know. And even when it comes to the court case, is what you can prove. So now you got people coming at her about that. On top of that, when we got the record label stuff, it's like adding insult to injury. It's like, well, we already don't believe she really got shot. I know she lying about the record label thing. So now it's like when people take stuff to the internet, like let's take the Kanye and Pete Davidson thing, for example. Like you seen that Theophilus London dude, like came up on DL Hughley in defense of Kanye. It's like when you put those kind of antics, you kind of empower several thousands or millions of other people to react that same way, which is
Yeah.
what. And it's like a catch-22 because it's like if she addresses the hate she's getting, it gets even worse because people are like, oh, it's bothering her. Let me do it again. But then if she doesn't, it's like, so I just got to suck it up and deal with all this mess that I'm getting on the internet every day. I just wish that people would not take these answers to the internet. It doesn't help anybody, especially if you claim to be so right, then just don't say nothing. I feel like, especially in the shooting case, they did pretty well with just not addressing it. But lately it's like, I don't know if it's just because she's fed up or what, but I feel like we too close to the finish line for this to just please just keep it off the internet.
Yeah, it's just entirely too many people chiming in on it that have no dealings with the situation, and everybody
Mm-hmm.
has their own opinions. I think that she just fed up. It's like she hasn't said anything about it for since she addressed it the first time, like when it, in the beginning, and then she left it alone. But it's like every other week, it's like Tory's coming out. He's like, "Oh, wait till y'all see this, and wait till y'all do this," and then and granted, he has the right to feel how he feels because if he's really innocent, he has the right to defend
Yeah.
himself. But it's people like academics coming out and just making these accusations against her and just really talking down on her, just being stupid. It just seems like
Now,
everybody
is
that's
it wrong for people to take a stance and publicize their stance?
what you mean by that?
Because I don't know what academics is. I know that he said that he saw that document from the courtroom, but if people be like, I think she lying or I think he lying, like, are they wrong for that?
No, people are gonna have opinions about it. I think that everybody should just like chill until we
Just
know
shut
what's
up.
going on.
Yeah,
Because it's
that's why I
like
feel like it
now,
shouldn't be on the internet because like
yeah,
now you can't even tell millions of people to just not say
you can't.
nothing.
Everybody's grown. That's why it's like I just wish that she wouldn't address it, but it's only so much you can take. I mean, she's human at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
I agree. I
And
totally
you got
agree.
all these people coming at her, like making it seem like she's a liar. Then you got this person saying she's a drunk and a thief, and it's just too much. And I get it,
The
and
industry is a weird place. I think everybody weird, everybody wrong, everybody crazy.
yeah, like even the situation with Latto, like I did want to talk about that too.
For sure, because I had an assumption. Then I saw that featured list, and I was like, I know I'm right. I know I'm right. But let me take Hazel out right quick, and I'm gonna put her to bed, and then we can finish recording. Okay, so let's talk about the big lotto and artist blank situation.
Oh, okay, so if you guys are unfamiliar, Mulatto, well, Lotto, she says that Lotto is short for lottery. We know the truth. Um, she said that she had a feature that she really liked from one of from an artist that she really loved, and she was excited about, but they weren't clearing the record because she wouldn't respond to a DM. Now I'm just guessing what that DM could have been,
Yeah.
um, but that's lame. And it was a lot of female artists who stepped in under the post when they saw it online and said that a lot of that similar situations have happened to them. And I'm not surprised. I saw it in movies. We see it in all these little these biopics of artists who dealt with managers and people in the industry who tried to like basically blackmail them because they won't sleep with them. Um, Things like that just really hit personal, because I've had somebody very close to me go through something like that, and they were promised some things because and the only way they were going to get those things or get those things to be made happen for, where if they had to sleep with the person, and they are not the same. They definitely live a whole different life these days. You know, it's just a lot going on in that situation, and I don't think that I don't think that people think in general, but those type of things are very traumatic and um can leave huge marks on people. They'll never forget it, and it fucks with them, and I don't understand what people get out of it. I mean, I do see what they're trying to get out of it, but I mean, like, are you in it for the music? Or are you in it to benefit from your position?
It's like you can't even separate your sickness or your desires from the actual work. Cause that happened to me too from somebody in the industry. You remember that guy who was affiliated with that rapper?
Okay.
And he was basically trying to get me to give him what he wanted from me in order to get next to that
Oh
rapper.
yeah.
And it's like, sweetheart, it is never that. First of all, I do not want you. Number one. Number two, I just never had that mindset. Like I've never been somebody who wanted to be around celebrities. Like I literally don't care. Like it's not like I've been a fan of people. I've supported people and things like that. But I don't want to be with an artist. Like I don't like that's not even on my vision boards. Anyway, I think it's really sick. And sometimes when I hear some of these celebrity stories, I try to associate it with like real life situations as well. Not that celebrities aren't real life, but clearly they're in a different world. But it's even like that in, regular, like civilian, I guess, day to day life. It's like dudes, they like you just like it's just like, and not just dudes. I'm sure that women do the same thing, but we know dudes are definitely the majority in this on this topic. But it's just really sick that you can't just work with people or be kind to people without expecting something, a sexual favor in advance, which is really crazy. And I was listening to Don't Call Me White Girl podcast today, and she actually the same thing happened to her. There was a comedian who reached out to her. It wasn't the exact same thing. Let me just paint the right picture. So a very popular social media comedian reached out to her about doing a skit, like coming out to LA doing a skit. And then I guess one day she posted her dude, and he was like, "Oh, you have a boyfriend?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "He never hit her back again." It's just like, Really crazy. So when I think about the Latto situation, when she went on the Big Boy show, she said that there, like you said, there was an artist, trying to drop their nuts on her. And a couple of weeks before that, Kodak Black was on the Breakfast Club, pretty much saying that if he works with a female artist, he gotta have sex with them, which is so sick. It's like payment is enough for you to be doing your job, or having a hit record is enough. That is the exchange when it comes to professional services. But you want to have sex, and that's crazy because he even pretty much said that. Well, not even pretty much. He said that any female artist he has brought into the industry, he's had sex with them. It's just really sick. It's just really crazy that people look at sex as currency. And it's like, how can you even enjoy sex with somebody that didn't willingly want to do that with you as well?
Yeah, it's so selfish. It's so selfish. It's so disgusting. Um, and honestly, like I don't even understand the mindset behind it or where it comes from, and I really want to know like where this stems from, because it's like, why you feel
Being
like
sick in the head.
these people just owe you their body? Like, wow, I don't know. I mean, like as I get older, stuff like that, it just gets crazier just to even think like you would really sit here and feel like my body is owed to you because you can do
Exactly.
something to you. You can
And
do.
to me, also, I feel like when it comes to like intimacy or sexuality or whatever, I feel like people can pick up a vibe if it's mutual. But 9 times out of 10, it don't even be like that. So why do you even think, why would you even make things awkward now by asking for something like that? You know what I'm saying? And now
Yeah,
things gotta be weird between us. And now I'm acting funny because I don't want to talk to you no more or be around you no more.
lame. So
I
I
agree, but
still
I'm
wonder who
I'm
it was.
99.9.
Kodak said that it wasn't him,
Yeah, of course, though. But come on now. Come on
but
now. We talking about Kodak Black, a very reckless person. I mean, you think it was Childish Gambino or Lil Wayne?
or Nardo
And
Wick.
not that they're exempt or Nardo Wick. You're right. It could absolutely be Nardo Wick. But I feel like because Kodak Black said that right before this situation happened, it's like very likely. But I also wonder, I mean, because like I said, it could be Nardo Wick, but I feel like I would Kodak Black have respect for 21 or whoever Lotto's dating. Sorry. So if that's who she's dating, yes, clearly that's a man.
Uh,
But
21 Savage spilled that tea by mistake, so we
yeah, he
all
sure
know.
did. I know, but I'm just trying to I'm Team Lotto.
I,
But anyway, it is very possible that it was Nardo and not Kodak. But I would hope that Nardo, being as new as he is, wouldn't blow the opportunity of being on Lotto's album. Because that not that he needs it, but he needs it.
yeah.
We're gonna hear which song sound the best because she said she really liked the song.
I'm sure she feel like that about all her songs, though. I mean, they're all hers. They.
Yeah, I feel yeah. She probably didn't want to leap in there, but it's really crazy. But I just think about so many situations where I have in regular life have met a male and got cool with him. We could be co-workers, we could have just had mutual friends, and they make it sexual. It's so freaking annoying because it's like I'm clearly not flirting with you, or I'm clearly not expressing interest. Or even if I have a man and I tell him, they don't even care. It's like, hey, what's up? Like, no, now and it's like, and this is what I always come back to. How often do people respond in your favor to these advances? Because it must not be enough declines for you to realize that it's trifling.
That's the part. So the big part behind that is that a lot of girls, um, and guys, they be doing it. So it's like I've done it before. I've done it about 30 times. So
Right, and that's that. I mean, I believe it because people have sexual desires, and they might. A lot of people look at people. A lot of people look at people in higher roles as an opportunity to come up, even if it doesn't work in their favor. Because I'm sure if Drake was that type, we'll have a whole lot of folks busting it wide open. And he could be that type, actually. But I'm just saying, he don't have that many features with a lot of women.
yeah. Um, yeah, that's so
I just feel
lame.
like it's so unprofessional. It's just like when it comes to work in general, it's just I don't know, man. It's just crazy because I'm pretty sure these people are getting paid for their features or there's some kind of exchange made, and you want extra. Not only do you want extra, you want me, and that's really crazy.
It's insane. I don't understand. I don't. I'm never gonna make sense of that. Um, yeah.
Have you ever had somebody try to offer you sexual favors for makeup?
It's funny you say that. I actually have, which is insane. But one time, Kelly, our middle school friend,
Okay.
she used to work at a women's shelter. And so this year, with that particular year, I hit her up and I was like, "Hey, I know you work at a women's shelter. I'm looking to volunteer,
Oh, I remember.
and I'm just, I want to do something nice. Like I want to give makeovers to the ladies, so whatever. So I ended up going to the shelter, and the moment I got there, I felt uncomfortable. Like when I was in the room with the women,
You was like a
because
piece of meat.
yes. So I came in there, and at the time I was like 24. So I was like 23, 24. And I walked in, and they were like, "Ooh, ooh," and I'm like,
Oh my god.
and in my head, I don't like to make assumptions because there are people out here. Anthony Cuts is one of them. There are people out here who are hairstylists and makeup artists who aren't necessarily gay.
Yeah, I
I
get
don't
it.
want to put everybody in the same
But
category.
you just feel like y'all should know if I'm in here doing makeup that I don't want what y'all got.
I'm not. Maybe I'm more masculine than I think. Cause in my head, I'll be thinking like people can look at me and tell.
I can't.
But
I don't really know because I've known you since the fourth grade.
yeah, and anywho, we ain't gonna go there. But I'm sorry. Was it an earthquake or something? Was okay. Something was moving over there. I need to. I don't know. But anywho, yeah. So I ended up doing all of their makeup for. They had like a winter formal for the ladies, just to kind of like get dressed up, and they all went and listened to music, danced, they had food. It was like a dinner, and three of the ladies, it took me a little longer. So they had like a shuttle, and I wasn't leaving there without touching everybody because that's not fair. I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
think
that's
that
very
would be
kind of
fair.
you.
So I was like, what I'll do is the last three girls can just get in the car with me and I'll drop them off there. If
Oh
that's okay with
wow.
y'all. If that's okay with the shelter people, because they have rules. So I'm like, if that's okay with y'all, if they miss the shuttle, I'll just drop them off. They'll just be a little late.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. I kept my promise, dropped them off downtown. Um, a few of the ladies were just like, I just don't even know how to do makeup at all. I want to learn how to put my lashes on, maybe do a little cute eye makeup, something simple for every day. Do you offer classes? So of course, me being me, I gave everybody my number,
Oh, they would
and
have to get that Google voice.
this one lady was blowing me up, like text and call. She would leave me these long voice messages like, "Hey Chris, um, just touching base with you. I just want to let you know that I'm not in the shelter anymore. I live in a high rise in Midtown, and I would love for you to come over one night to teach me how to do my makeup." Mind you, she was like, "I'll have wine for us," and like
Well,
she was just.
once that door locked, you was not getting up out of there unless you jumped off the balcony.
I, I was getting out of there. One thing about me, I don't hit women, but if I'm in a situation like that, I'm gonna defend myself.
Oh my god. Okay, keep. Let's change. Let's
I'm not
transition
gonna hit.
lanes.
I wouldn't have hit her, but I definitely would have got. I would have got out of there and alive.
You might threw some tomatoes.
Yeah, I would have got out of there alive. But yeah. So people have done that, but even you know just my experience with working in the industry and just working around people has been really interesting. And I had told you about some situations that had happened to me recently.
Child, it's like the free wrong
So
with folks.
I ended up just basically telling Alicia about, because being in the gay community, one thing that people don't know about that's really low key, down low, and not talked about is the fact that a lot of these men out here are gay baiters, and they don't even be gay. Some people probably be
That's hard
curious
for
or they'll
me.
like do it or whatever, but this is what we call gay baiting. Now, the reason behind it and why it's being done is because people can literally benefit from that by getting gifts and getting money, getting um, stuff paid for, cars, clothes. Like it's the same thing how women or some women or you'll see who only go after like bar players and rappers just to get the benefits from it, like get cars.
Okay, I can understand that analogy. Because they
Yeah.
might not
So
really be attracted to them at all, but they are definitely attracted to what can happen for
there
them.
we go.
Okay.
So gay baiting is basically a straight man who um is comfortable with showing his body, like even like posting on
Desperation to have you doing any old thing. You can eat mud with
desperation. How you
worms in
doing
it.
stuff? Yeah, like showing. So the new thing is for straight men to show their butts on Twitter to get more followers
I
on
seen somebody
OnlyFans.
doing that, fully clothed though.
And they like show their behinds, and I mean they don't be clothed sometimes, but they but that's just baiting people into give them more money because they're like, oh wow, a straight man is doing this, and it's almost like taboo because it's like you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. So people, of course, are like into it. But I've I was telling that to Alicia because people see the people that I be around and the artists that I work with, and the events that I go to, just the rooms that I be in. Sometimes they're like, "How in the hell did you get in here?" And they, of course, want to be a part of it. Not only that, since I'm around these people, people automatically associate people who work for celebrities or people in the industry to have money,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not rich. Like I definitely will spend money on myself. Clearly, I mean it's mine. So if it's and I work hard for it, of course I'm gonna do things for myself. But in a lot of situations, um, these people who work in my field, hair and makeup artists, a lot of them work all the time. They work crazy hours, so they don't have time to date people or even get to know somebody on a personal level. So what they do is they hire escorts or they have like boy toys, which are these men who are gay baiters. So I've had people like approach me on situations like that. They were trying to like basically get money out of me, and well, they never said it, but I felt like they were
Yeah, you
because
can put two and two together and get four.
yeah, they were offering things that normal men wouldn't offer me, and just the type of situations that I would be in and the questions they would ask. I'm just like, I already know why you're here, and honestly, I don't have nothing for you. And I bring it to them just like that. I tell them, I'm like, listen, I know that there are a lot of people who are in this industry and they are very desperate, and I'm not one of them. I'm just letting you know that we pretty much are in the business for the same thing. You looking for a rich nigga? Me too. So you know what I'm saying? I always make that known because even like younger guys hit on me like 21, 22 year olds, and they like heavily flirt. Even, I mean, go as far as to send like nudes to my DMs because they think that I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm coming over here with you, and then next thing you know, they want to
Yeah.
live with me. They
Oh
want me
my
to buy
God.
them stuff. They want to drive.
People live crazy life. And I feel like when you do stuff like that, you must not have any shame of what's attached to your name because you want that end result so bad that you don't care about what people like know about you or see or say about you.
It's insane. So I mean, I know it's hard to accept from a lot of people. Like they're like, "Oh no, ma'am, he gay. If he doing all that, he's gay." Da-da-da. And granted, he's not even probably attracted to the man. He's attracted to what the man can do for him. And
Oh
I've
my
even
God.
had conversations with straight men about stuff like that. If somebody were to offer them money to do these things, like in exchange for like if they wanted to sleep with them or do these things, would they do it? And all of them say yes.
I mean, I guess eh, like I'm not
All
interested
of
in
them.
women, and I can't even think of a single dollar amount that would make me be able to enjoy being with a woman. Like I'm little,
Me either,
like
girl.
so it's like, dang, your mind really got to be honed in on coming up.
Listen, but I always I always compare it to prostitution because it's almost like a classy version of it. Now, prostitute, now talking about old school prostitution, like walking the block. In the gay community, we say walking the beat. So,
Oh,
so when you out on the street walking the beat, uh, you got your ass up online on Craigslist, real cheap. You hanging out at the truck spot being a lot lizard. A lot lizard is like
they licking everybody in the parking lot.
no, a lot lizard is like a prostitute who hangs out at truck stops. So one of those
I wonder if
lots.
Marty be seeing them.
Huh, yeah, of course. The thing about you know what I be really worried about him because truckers are some of the most insane
Sickest,
people and
weirdest.
sick people. So
There has been an influx of cool truck drivers, though. I've been seeing it.
yeah, but even still,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
I've seen so many videos of truck people like at truck stops, and they are recording people that are walking around in the lot ass naked,
I
no
want him to
clothes
post about
on,
that.
all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know, and then the fact that he's like, I mean, obviously a gay male, he's well kept.
Very well kept. Sometimes he presents as a woman.
Yeah, and he's feminine. I know the men be trying him.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
I know they do. I know they do. And it's so crazy. Like I don't. It's just insane. I will say this too. Every job that I've had, every single job that I've had workers, or employees, at the same job as me that would try to do stuff or try me, and
Me
they're
too.
either been straight or straight presenting.
I've had people who I was their manager try me, like literally physically try me. Like it's like, what do you think I'm about to do in here?
Yeah. Especially when I was younger. Like Six Flags days,
That's
definitely.
exactly, that's what I was thinking about. Six Flags was a bit, you know what? Back then, I would say I want everybody to work at Six Flags first. But when it comes to my little cousins, nieces, and nephews, don't you? It's too much sex up there. It's too much. It's too many people up here.
It
Corny
was too
kids.
it was too much going on. But every job, I mean, um, Mac, what other jobs I worked? I mean, everything.
Truck stops. But let's
I
go.
never
We
worked
spend a lot of time on this.
I ain't never worked no trust. I don't play. But
But okay, let's transition this topic because I actually wanted to talk about this tweet that I saw on Twitter. This could be a tweet from the streets turned into a episode topic. So let me find a tweet so I can have the foundation.
I thought you had foundation, Miss Makeup.
Oh, I feel like you attacking me.
Y'all, I'm one day I'm gonna just start posting Alicia text messages to me because she attacked me
You
all
with
week.
it.
I got attacked all week because she didn't know how to do her makeup sooner. Now what?
Anyways, in more relevant news,
Exactly.
Lil Duval tweeted, "Be honest, y'all be eating coochie on them girls' trips, I know." Okay, first of all, and then a person that I know reposted it and said, "And do I okay, let me just say this. It not once ever crossed my mind to think that when I see girls on girls' trips that they be in there having sex with each other. I thought that they just be home girls and they just having fun. So when she tweeted this, it really did make me think because I have definitely been in environments or heard stories about friends who got drunk, and not to say it takes alcohol necessarily, but they got drunk, and sometimes drunk can make people very, interested in doing certain stuff. And so the closest thing to them is they homegirl, they sis, they sub, they ride or die, and now they up in there doing stuff. And it's just so crazy to me because I know that compared to a lot of people, I am very green. Like I am, like what you see on my social media is 100% accurate. Ain't no flexing, stunting, or putting on. When I say I'm hanging out with my friends, that's what I'm doing. That's when
Yeah.
I say I'm eating at Taco Bell. I don't eat at Taco Bell, but if I said that's where I'm at, that's where I'm at. But what I have learned over the years is people really be living a whole different kind of life. And the reason why I say that is because I remember for a long time, people didn't believe I was traveling alone. They just could, it just didn't make sense. And I'm like, ain't no way you alone. Like somebody literally told me to tag my sponsor when I went to the Bahamas one time. And I'm like, no, now at that time I did go with a friend at that time, but it was just us. And never, I would be out there fighting in Bahamian jail if she would have got close to me. But anyway, I just want to ask you if you were familiar with any of these group trips becoming little, freaky deakies, because you were just on a group trip.
Yeah, and it definitely got there. Not with me.
Wait,
So,
hold on. I was not expecting that answer.
I mean, this ain't not no. Now, when I go on group trips with my actual friend circle, nothing like that happens to my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Let's understand.
To my knowledge. Now
For
we're
a
very
fact, it never
open.
happened to me, for sure.
We are very open, but since I'm openly gay, people are very comfortable around me, so they tell me things. Oh, I need my nasal spray. Um, People tell me things. So, I'm a lot of my friends or girls who I encounter, they always tell me about these situations to where, um, whether it was at work, like I have stripper clients, of course, they be like, "Oh, we went to this party, got drunk, did this and that, and I, slept with a girl before, but I'm not gay." And I always have these conversations with people because a majority of women do that, and then the dudes do it because somebody brought this because Don't Call Me White Girl, her podcast, she was saying that um
When she went to Jamaica.
no, she was just saying in general when Sukiana was on there that she doesn't she will still date a man if he told her that he's had sexual encounters
Oh yeah, yeah, she did say
with
that.
a guy because she said men are experimental as well as women. I mean, we're human. She just said that she had some stipulations. She said that if he was a bottom, she not going. So I can respect that. I can respect
Yeah,
that
I mean to
not
each
only
their
because she's
own. I don't
honest
know
and
what I
she's
would do.
open minded.
I'm pray to God I don't have to make the choice.
Yeah, no, and I get it, but that's something huge. But I mean, yeah. But back to my situation, the trip that we went on in Africa, we all were new to each other. We didn't know each other prior to
So
going. A
this like
lot of us
real
did.
world.
Yeah, it was like that. So the way it worked, the flight attendants, we everybody who came on a trip, um, were a flight attendant or a friend of a flight attendant. So all the flight attendants that put the trip together brought a friend with them.
Okay.
So we none of us knew each other, child. I mean, they some of them knew each other prior to, but we didn't know each other. But um, from my understanding, it was some sneaky link going on. Now, when it came down to the house when we were staying in Cape Town, we had two houses because there was so many of us, and we
Oh
all couldn't
wow.
stay at one house. So we had two houses. So it was one, and then it was like a few doors down another house.
Like a
And
house
so,
or like townhouse?
yeah, the house that was on the water on the ocean, we had beach houses,
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
it's been said that one of the dolls had walked down to one of the other dolls' house and
Really? And
was
you
just
know what?
like,
The thing is, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that, especially in that situation because they don't know each other. They probably got to know them, they were attracted to them, and whatever, whatever. But I'm just thinking about all the people that I know that have homegirls, like your homegirl.
now I can honestly say I've never slept with any of my friends.
Well,
Like
me either.
I ain't never slept with my friend. Well, hold on,
Now
I
hold
was
on.
playing. Now, I ain't never slept with my friends. Now when it comes to it's been. Oh, I thought my mic was unplugged.
I don't even keep in contact with men I date.
Now that I do, that's what I was about to say. Is I'm friends with about 3 or 4 of my exes.
Mm,
That's all of them.
you need to let them ships sail. I'm just playing.
We
Now, why
got
you
good
send me this?
relationships. I mean, they don't be trying me. Only one of them. One of them be trying
You
me.
dead wrong for what you just sent me.
She did wrong.
Okay. Yeah, so I just couldn't believe. Now it makes me think like I don't know. And like I said, I hate to be keep talking about how green I am, but I really sometimes take certain I definitely suspect a lot of people of being liars and doing certain things, but I just feel like I just never thought about that with these girls trips. It's like I don't see these 13, 15 people deep bachelorette parties now. I can only imagine what happened because I never been on a bachelorette trip before. See, I'm gonna be the party pooper because soon as you start using the scissor logo with your peace sign, you got to go. You got to go. But I just legit be just thinking. Now, I did think that people go out there, they be fighting, they be beefing, they be falling out about money. But I just never thought that they be hunching each other. I just can't. I'm really like crazy. I can't believe it took me 33 years to learn this.
Listen, if it could happen, it's happened and it's going to happen. So don't put nothing past nobody and don't put nobody past you.
And don't nobody invite me on no trips. Cause when I tell you I go to bed at 7 o'clock, I mean it. And don't you come over here. I ain't sharing no beds. I don't even want to share a room. Definitely don't even want to share a trip, truth be
And that's the
told.
thing. Oh, wait. I did go on a group trip one time, and let me tell y'all, I don't care, and I'm finna spill the tea.
Spill it,
Uh,
cause we need that
we
for
went
education.
we went to New Orleans. Half of the group stayed on one side of town, half stayed on the other side.
A town?
Yeah, girl, it was a mess. Somebody freaking booked the hotels the wrong way, and we ended up staying in Slidell. Slidell is definitely 30 minutes from downtown.
Slidell ain't even on the it's on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, it really is. We stay at the bridge. Like when you walk out, when you drive out the hotel, the bridge right there.
I'm crying. I've been to Slidell before. Oh my god.
Um, so yeah, so we stayed
First
in
of all, we would
Slidell.
have been canceling that hotel. I'm sorry. Ain't no way you gonna tell me ain't no more hotels.
It was Mardi Gras, so
Oh, oop.
we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
So we ended up going there. So we had two beds in the hotel, so we drove three cars. So this particular day, we had friends come over to our hotel and they ended up getting too drunk and they stayed. So I had two people sleeping in my bed
Oh no.
with
They would have
me.
been on the floor. They already drunk.
And two of the people that slept in the bed with me were people who I came on the trip with. Like
What
they wrote
size is
them,
this bed?
there were two king size beds.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh, son, did the do while I was in the bed.
Wait. When did you find this out?
I woke up.
Wait. Okay. I don't want to ask too many questions, but
Ask them.
how?
We grown.
Was they like laying on their side?
They wasn't like fully doing something, but I woke up and they saw me and they just laughed.
Like, why you don't just go to the bathroom or something?
They ended up doing that.
That is so tasteless. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's why I want people to know that I like traveling alone. Don't invite yourself on my trip. You think it's gonna be it's gonna be a princess party because we ain't having that. That's crazy.
I've never been on a solo trip, but I think this is the year that I do it because my body cannot even allow me to book a trip for more than one person. No more. After my last birthday trip, I'm done. Now that doesn't mean I'm done with group trips.
I
I
know
will
because
go.
I didn't even get to see my room on the last trip.
I will literally go on a group trip if it's your trip. Like if one of my friends invites me on a trip and I am available to go, I'll go. But when it comes to a trip that I want to do, like someplace I want to go to and experience, I've learned that I need to just go by myself unless I'm able to clone myself and actually have the same brain as me and enjoyment as me.
Listen, that's why I stopped traveling in groups. I think the only group trip I went on was to yours in Costa Rica because everything before and after that was alone. And that was, I mean, that trip wasn't bad for a group. And I think it's because it was two boys and a girl, and we already had y'all had a friendship. I didn't really know Zay like that before the trip,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't do it because you know what the thing is, like you said, if you can clone your brain, because I want to do exactly what I want to do, especially if I'm the person organizing the trip. But even if I go on a trip that somebody else plans, I'ma always feel like I want to do more in that destination. And if they don't have it planned, then I'm gonna be wrong if I branch off and go do it. Cause that's what I'm gonna do. Cause I want to maximize my experience. Like I don't want to be going to no clubs. I don't want to be getting drunk. So I'm not the person to be inviting on those kind of trips because I'm not gonna participate. I'm gonna be somewhere at a local town watching a kid's birthday party. They end up playing spades with darn chalkboards. I don't even know what
Can you please not?
Yeah, I can't lie. That was really news to me. I couldn't believe it. And then I was looking at the quote replies. I'm just like, wow. Wow. I couldn't believe it. I really truly could not believe it. I was really like, what? So it's not about sisterhood?
Alicia, please.
So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I just couldn't believe it. And I know now. And I thank God the type of friends that I have. I feel like I would think that, we all have the same mindset when it comes to that type of stuff. But as soon as somebody go left, honey, I don't care if I got a double king size bed. You better sleep on that floor. I'm not sharing no bed with nobody. First of all, I like to stretch out on my joint. I'm being that thing looking like Patrick the Starfish. You got life messed up. You think you finna share a bed with me? I don't care what happened. You better go back to Slidell. Don't care. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm literally not gonna be able to sleep because somebody else is in my bed. Anyways, you hear my stomach growling, but that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
One of my friends is like trying to force me to go to Taco Tuesday tonight. And if you're listening right now, calm the fuck down.
Well, next episode we're gonna know if you win or not.
First of all, I told this boy, we hung out yesterday. He be wanting us to go out every day. And I'm like, hey, I don't do that.
Yeah,
But we didn't go nowhere. We just chilled here. But he wants to go for Taco Tuesday, which is fine. But the place that he sent me is 45 minutes away. Gas is $6.50.
Right, and then shoot, I'm tired, so I can't even imagine.
So no, like, I don't know. He's like, are we going? Let me know. Let me know. I want to go. I'm like, well, you go. I did say I did want to go to Taco Tuesday tonight, but I also want to start working on my little work area because I'm excited to set it up. I went to Home Goods and spent $230 today.
Ooh, you probably got a lot though if you went to Home
No, I
Goods.
did. I got a whole
Unless you
bunch.
got a rug.
Let me tell you something. That Home Goods had so much stuff. Like, I was in there mad because it was so much stuff that I wanted that I just couldn't get. I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
Home
probably.
Goods that girl, and it's really good when you don't have a specific thing that you need, because that's when you find everything.
I needed a specific thing, and I found it. I went in there and found exactly what I need, but I found a piece. I found this table, like this, this. Oh my god! I'll send you a picture of it. But I found this table. Y'all not. I'm gonna add interior designer to
Okay.
my bio
All
on
right.
Instagram.
All right, let's wrap up this week's episode. Anything you got in the pipeline besides your workspace?
No. I think I have a client for the Oscars this weekend.
Oh, period. They did say Beyonce is performing at the Oscars.
Yeah, I think I have a client for it's Oscar week. It's award show season. Unfortunately, they moved the Grammys to Vegas, but
That's just 3 hours.
yeah, I'm gonna drive out there though. I have a potential client for that whole weekend. So once they confirm, I'm definitely gonna drive. I'm not gonna allow them to fly me there because I don't want to be stuck with just one person. I want to
Oh,
get more than one client. When that's the trick. If they fly you out, you stuck with them. If you drive, I'm doing what I want to do, boo. I'm going to do you, and I'm finna go. I got about 5 more clients to do.
just don't share no bed with nobody on the strip.
Alicia, please.
Listen, my heart is broken for those women.
Why? They wanted to do that.
I know, but you're right. I can't save them all. Anyway, y'all. All right, it's another episode of OD Podcast. Holla at your girl.
Holla at your twirl world. It's a lot of twirling going on in them beds on them trips. Just to let y'all know.
Not in mine, baby. I don't even listen. I already told y'all when I get married, I don't even want to share bedrooms. So you can trust and believe that I'm consistent across the board, baby.
Listen, I'm just letting you know how stuff go down. People share
All
more
right.
than beds too. So we ain't going there.
Goodbye.
Bye.